Hi, I wanted to make a quick video on adding integers. And we know that integers are positive numbers. I'll write that down. We're talking about positive numbers like 7, or you might see something like this. But we're also talking about negative numbers when we say integers. And negative numbers always have a sign in front, like -5, -5,607. One thing I want to talk about, a neutral number, the number that is not positive or negative, is this guy, 0. He is neutral. Ooh. So he is not positive or negative. But we might see some zeros and some problems. Okay, so if we're adding integers, we're just really putting them together. We might be putting positive numbers with positive numbers. We might be putting negative numbers with negative numbers. And we might be putting positive and negative numbers together. So here's how we do it. There's two methods to help us see or visualize how we do this. The first one is with a number line. So a number line, we know that to the right, all of the numbers get bigger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and so on. They continue forever. And then to the left, they actually get smaller. That's how we want to think about it. So if I'm paying attention to some numbers, let's talk about -5 and -2. The number that is the smallest is actually number -5. The bigger number out of those two is actually -2. And I like to think of it in terms of money. I would much rather be in debt or owe someone $2 than owe someone $5 or owe someone $8. So that is something to remember. So we're going to use a number line sometimes to add our integers. And then we also could use counters, or you could use something tangible. And in this case, we're talking, oh, I have this wrong. I'm a dork. This blue chip is actually supposed to be positive. Oh, and I can't ungroup. I'll pause this while. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, nothing like your first video for the school year, messing it up. Okay, so every time you have a negative and a positive number, they really just cancel each other out. They're what we like to call, I'll type this over here, a zero pair. They cancel each other out. So one positive and one negative is a zero pair. Just like if I said -5 and 5, they make a zero pair. Okay, so that's, I can show you. So if I have 5 positives, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I have 5 negatives, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can go ahead and group these together and start, I guess, canceling them out. There's a zero pair. There's a zero pair. These look kind of like grapes to me. Ooh, there's a zero pair. Here's another zero pair. Oops, it's being tricky. Zero pair. Zero pair. And then the last one I'll just put over here because I'm running out of room. So -5 and +5 just make 0. They're all canceled out. These things together with this many zero pairs, they cancel out and they make 0. So let's do a couple problems with a number line, and let's also do a couple problems with those counters. So I'm using a panda. I don't know why I picked panda, but I picked the panda. And we are going to focus on a couple of these problems up here. I will circle the problem we're doing, and how about I make that red so that we don't get really confused. Okay. So we're looking at taking +3 and adding +5. Well, I'm going to start my panda at the first number, positive 3. That's over here. And I'm going to move it 5 spaces. It's saying that it's positive, so we're going to go the positive way. This is the positive way. I'll make a little mark. Let's do crayon. Okay, so this way, I should do blue, is positive. Woo! And this way is negative. Because all the numbers get bigger when we go to the right. All the numbers get smaller when you go to the left. Okay, panda's at 3. Now we need to add 5. Here we go. He hops 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and he ends on 8. So our answer is 8. That was easy. My dog's trying to tell me something. What do you want? I'm busy. Okay, next one, we are going to start at a -1. Here's -1. Can you hear him crying? And we're going to add, this is a positive. Even though there's nothing in front of it, we assume or we understand that it's positive. So we're going to move him 1, and guess what we made? 0. And this is a 0 pair. -1 plus 1 is 0. See how easy this is? Okay. Panda's looking at this problem, and it's positive 5 plus a -8. So we're going to find positive 5 first. Here it is. And now we have a -8. So you can think of it like going backwards, or sometimes I think of it like subtracting. My little McLovin. Okay, so we're going to go back 8 spots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And our answer is -3 for this problem. Because if you start at 5 and go back 8, you have -3. Just like if you had $5 and you had to give your parents 8, you're in the hole 3. You're in debt. $3. Let's do -4 plus positive 6. Take him to the -4. And I'm going positive, so that means I'm going to go to the right. I'm going to get bigger on my number line. We're going to go 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this answer is a positive 2. Panda's over here. He starts at a positive 4, and he is going which way with a -1? Yep, he's going left. He's going left 1 space. So look where he ended up. Your answer is positive 3. Just this one is easy to think about with subtraction. 4 take away 1 is 3. That's basically what we're doing. 2 negatives. Okay, so we have to go all the way over to -2 and start there. And now we have to go back 3 spaces. This is negative. It's kind of like we're taking away or we're getting smaller on the number line. So 1, 2, 3 makes -3. And our answer in total is -5. So that's one way with the number line to do that. And I told you we also could look at counters. So if we have -2 plus positive 6, we can have -2 negatives and then 6 positives. And we want to see what cancels out and what's left over. I'm going to use this. This is a 0 pair. This is a 0 pair. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 blues left over means positive 4. So I'm just going to write 4 for my answer. You could write positive 4. They mean the same thing. This one is positive 3 plus -6. So I have 3 positives, and I'm going to make 6 negatives. That's perfect. And I'm going to start canceling them out. So I'm going to grab this guy. There's a 0 pair. There's another one. And another one. So we have to see what we have left over. Looks like 1, 2, 3. And that's a -3 because it's red. So the answer to this problem is -3. The last one I see a negative and a negative. Let's do a -3. Let's do -5. Wait, I'm trying to cancel them out and I can't cancel any of them. So Really, you have to count in total what's left over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And they're red, so that means a red is -8. So -3 plus -5 is -8. So you can do things with a number line up here. You can do them with counters. You also could do the strategy that I am used to teaching in 8th grade. It's where you have to look at the signs. If you have the same signs, a positive and a positive, a negative and a negative, you just add the numbers and you keep the sign. If you have different signs, you're putting together a positive and a negative, technically you subtract and you dominate. You look at whatever is the bigger number, and that's the sign that gets to stay. Let me show you some examples. Okay, if we have 4 plus 6, we are going to look at the sign. Are these the same signs or different signs? Technically, they're the same signs. So let me show a little love on this side. Okay, they're the same signs. So we're going to add and keep the signs. Well, you're taking really 4 plus 6, and I know that that's 10, and I'm going to keep the sign. Well, positive, positive, so my answer is positive 10. Easy enough, right? Okay, so now let me get rid of that. Okay, that one's done. Let's take a look at -4 and -6. Well, we're going to ask ourselves, same signs or different signs? Well, they're both negatives, so they're both the same sign. So to show a little love, we're technically going this way, and we just need to take the numbers and add them and keep our sign. So our numbers are 4 plus 6, and I know that that's 10, and I'm keeping my sign. So again, what's the sign that both of them have? You're right, it's negative. So this answer is -10. Okay, last one we have. A 4, positive 4 plus a -6. Well, same sign or different sign? Oh, they look different, don't they? That's positive, that's negative. So this is what we actually do. We need to subtract and dominate. So I guess I'll talk about the subtraction part. We don't really do 4 take away 6, so we think of it like 6 take away 4. I know that that's, ooh, oh, good job, diddly, lovely, whatever. Okay, so we know it's 2, and then we need to see which sign dominates. The bigger absolute value is the 6. He's like the dominator. He's negative, so our answer has to stay negative. That's what I mean by dominate. So 4 plus -6 is -2. I'm going to show you another one like that. Let me delete these and let's come up with a different problem. Let's do -10 plus 7. Okay, same signs or different signs? They're the different signs. Negative and a positive means different. So I'm going to subtract them and dominate. Okay, well, when I talk about subtract, I can really only do 10 take away 7. 10 take away 7, oh, I am having trouble, is 3. And which one dominates? Which one's technically like the bigger absolute value? 10, and he's negative. So your answer is -3. Now if I did something like this, -7, positive 10. Okay, 10 plus -7, still different signs. So I'm going to subtract when it lets me. 10 take away 7. I know that's 3, but which one dominates? The 10 has a higher absolute value, so it's positive. So our answer is positive 3. So I hope that helps you with adding integers. You've got lots of different options. You can use the number line. You can use some sort of counter or drawing, or you can do the same sign or different sign strategy.